we be actually living in a world in which Gareth Southgate becomes the next manager of Manchester United? Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video, and we're talking about a story that isn't exactly new. It has been circulating around for a number of weeks now, but I never felt the need to comment on it because I didn't think this story had any actual legs or any legitimacy about it whatsoever. However, in recent days, it seems that those rumours haven't gone away and people are starting to talk about it as if it actually could become real. Gareth Southgate, the current England manager, yes, the Gareth Southgate, could literally become the next manager of Manchester United if reports are to be believed. Reports are suggesting that Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the new Manchester United owner, is very much a big fan of Southgate and is actually considering maybe taking him on and obviously being the successor to Erik Ten Hag, should of course the Manchester United board agree to get rid of the Dutchman currently in charge of Manchester United. We're going to be talking about this big story. We're going to be talking about this potential story, everything else in between. But before we go any further, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always and very greatly appreciated. And of course, I encourage you all to get involved in the comment section as well. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. That'll make for great and interesting reading, I'm sure, down below in that comment section. So please do get involved. Would love to hear from you all on this potential story. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Let's talk this potential news of Gareth Southgate maybe becoming the next Manchester United manager, if everything is to be believed. Look, do I think this will genuinely happen? No. As hilarious as it would be, as funny as I would find it as a rival and from the outside looking in, I cannot see a world in which Gareth Southgate actually does become Manchester United manager. But it is very, very, very funny to believe that that may be the path that Manchester United are about to go down on. Look, I'll always try and tackle rival videos with an air of neutrality, an air of fairness, and an air of just being open and honest about it. But the bias in me wants to absolutely ridicule Manchester United for this, and this would be absolutely hilarious. From the outside looking in, look, if this was to go ahead and be the appointment that Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos want at Manchester United, as a rival, I say go for it. I say go for it. It would be funny to watch it unfold from the outside looking in. It would mean guys like Mason Mount and Harry Maguire and Marcus Rashford are there at Manchester United for life under this guy. It means that there is going to be an era at Manchester United in which Gareth Southgate plays the 5-2-3 formation every single week, plays the most basic brand of football no matter what opponent is put in front of him. And yet Harry Maguire is his star man. Mason Mount's there constantly week after week regardless of the performance level of Mason Mount. And Marcus Rashford is there no matter what as well, whilst trying to play a basic brand of football, like I say, and also playing two defensive midfielders when you've already got a back five. That is the kind of football and that is the kind of squad personnel that awaits Manchester United if this is to be the future of Manchester United going forward, with Gareth Southgate becoming the Manchester United manager. I'll say it again. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Don't get me wrong. On an England level, he is a very good representative. He speaks well. He carries himself very well. I have no problem with his professionalism. My issue is with his football. And, you know, I've always criticised his football. I've never really been involved, or I've never really believed in the Gareth Southgate era of being England manager. I've never really been that invested in the Gareth Southgate era. Like I say, I think he's done great to kind of steady the ship a little bit for England. I think he's done very well in which to carry himself as the England manager. And like I say, I've got nothing against his professionalism whatsoever. It's one of the highlights and one of the things I actually do like about him. But when it comes to his football, when it comes to his decision making, his in-game tactics, his in-game analysis, everything along those lines, I think is completely off. And as what has obviously killed England's chances, I would say, of winning international tournaments in the past. And looking ahead to obviously Euro 2024 that's coming up at the end of this season, England are big favourites. And it's easy to see why they're big favourites when you look at the squad that they possess. No matter what kind of squad you look at, the squad looks deep and looks oozing with talent and quality that could easily go on and win that particular tournament. The only reason why I say we don't win it, and the only reason why I can only see we don't win it, is because of this guy right here. This is going to be our Achilles heel, our manager. Because he bottled it a few years ago in Russia in the 2018 World Cup. He bottled it a few years later in the European Championships against Italy in the final. And he bottled it a year later against France in the quarterfinals of the World Cup in Qatar. He keeps bottling it. And that is the... until I'm proven wrong otherwise, I don't see it changing. And that is the real big worry for me as far as him and his England career goes. If he goes to Manchester United, couldn't care less. Couldn't care less as a rival fan. Would love to see it happen. Would love to see it all unfold. And would love to see the hilariousness of seeing Gareth Southgate, of all people, manage a Manchester United side. Like I say, the likes of Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford, Harry Maguire may absolutely love this news. He's gonna bring Brexit FC. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, if this is to go ahead, is gonna bring Brexit FC to Manchester United. An English manager who is gonna bring mediocre English players to the side, and before you know it, you're signing just basic, average English players. Playing basic football, playing 5 at the back with 2 defensive midfielders and then 3 in attack. Yeah, exciting stuff if this is to be believed. Look, if I am to be completely honest about this, I don't see it necessarily happening. I know this story, like I say, the only reason why I'm commenting on this story is because I had seen it being thrown around these past few weeks, but in recent days, this has really stuck with people, and people have started to talk about it as if this could actually and genuinely happen. I want it to happen. Genuinely want it to happen. Cannot see it happening, though. Genuinely cannot see it happening. I think you'd be better off sticking with Ten Hag if that is to be the case for Manchester United fans. I can't think of any Manchester United fan that would actually want this if you actually thought about it and deeped it enough properly, to the extent where you're actually considering Gareth Southgate as manager of one of the biggest clubs in the world, Manchester United. What? Who had this on their 2024 bingo card this year? I certainly didn't. And I didn't think United were making all of these backroom changes, putting football people in place to be having stories like this break. To me, it makes no sense. I highly doubt this is going to happen, but it did make me chuckle a little bit to think that this could actually be a possibility. If it is going to happen, I'll eat my hat and I'll absolutely love it as a Liverpool fan, just watching this from afar with my big bucket of popcorn at the ready, waiting for this to completely unfold before our very eyes, and how amusing that will all be. But like I say, I don't think this is going to happen. You're either going to stick with Ten Hag or you're going to get someone who is maybe slightly above Ten Hag's level. That's what's going to happen here. I can't see it happening. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe is intent on bringing in Gareth Southgate, it's basically Brexit FC. You may as well go and bring Graham Potter in. And I don't mind Graham Potter. I actually would prefer him over Gareth Southgate at any club. But at Manchester United, you know, like I say, as a rival, take Southgate. Take him. Take it. Take it. Would be funny. Would be hilarious. Would love it. Would love it. But yeah, that is basically the story that is whirling around the world of football. That Gareth Southgate may become the future Manchester United manager. Amusing as it is, I highly doubt it will happen. Obviously, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, and it does seem more and more likely that Ten Hag will leave. I actually want to get Man United fans' thoughts and comments on that. Is Ten Hag the right guy to take you forward, or do you need to really start from scratch on a completely new manager? And I'm not necessarily suggesting Southgate be that guy, but do you think that obviously Ten Hag does need to leave in order for you to really start off on a clean slate? Or does a clean slate mean you rip out the entire club as a whole? So get rid of pretty much every player that is currently there, with the odd few exceptions. Manager, coaches, backroom staff, people in power, everything along those lines. I'd love to know what Man United fans think about what is going to happen with change at their club as obviously the new regime sets itself in and everything else that goes along with that. But obviously the story here is in regards to Gareth Southgate. The story doesn't seem to be going away that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a big fan of Gareth Southgate and may actually consider him being the successor to Erik Ten Hag should he decide to get rid of Ten Hag and appoint a new manager. Those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this news that Gareth Southgate may potentially become the new Manchester United manager? Like I said, I want to reiterate this. As a rival fan, I wish and pray that this happens. But if I am to be neutral, if I am to be honest, and I am to use my head on this, I don't necessarily think this is going to actually become a reality. I don't think this is going to come to fruition. So, as sad as that may be, I'd love to know what you guys think and feel on this. What do you think and feel on this potential news story? What do you think and feel on Manchester United's current situation? What do you think and feel about England and Gareth Southgate? We are, of course, in the midst of an international break. The final international break before the European Championships kick off in the summer. I'd love to know what you guys think and feel on England's chances in the Euros that are coming up. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section, like I say. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you and speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great day, and I'll see you and speak to you all again very, very soon.